Hi guys, my name is Parag and welcome back in my new video of structural analysis. So in this part number 2 of two-hinge arch numerical, I am gonna provide you rest of the calculations procedures to get the positive and negative bending moment. Before moving that, in the last part 1, I have mentioned here as a vertical clearances at this portion. Okay, so ignore that one. That is a vertical reactions. Okay, so apologies for that. Now moving further, okay, I am going to explain you how you can easily calculate the positive and negative bending moment. Also, in the last lecture, if you remember, okay, if you not remember, please check the link in the description box. You can able to get that video link, right? And also, if you want to learn, if you want to get these notes, okay, you can visit my website www.civilnotes.com. Okay, this website will definitely help you for your quick references, right? And lots of civil engineering information you will get. So in the last lecture, we have calculated the horizontal thrust. Okay, and to calculate that, I have mentioned you, I have informed, provide the step-by-step procedure for the reaction calculations, the horizontal thrust formulas, and the proper procedure to get this, right? So in this video, we are going to start with the calculation of positive and negative bending moment. So as you can see, I have just took this diagram over here and I have dropped the XX cross section at the portion where load is mentioned. So I am going to provide you this distance as a X because we know that when we are providing any section, so there should be one length which is the unknown length. So I have mentioned here as a X. So if you can just see over here, so to calculate this bending moment, we also understand the what is a rotation. Okay, rotation signages, because when you are movement taking at this point, okay, so your clockwise movement will be positive and anti-clockwise movement will be negative. In the most of the scenario, while in your examinations, you guys do these wrong calculations. Okay, your calculation goes wrong because of the sign conventions. And at this point, when you are taking movement, so your clockwise will be negative and anti-clockwise will be positive. Okay, so we are gonna do the movement from the both end. So this is very crucial, important sign conventions for all of you, right? So now let's get start. So before calculation the movement, so I am calculating the movement. Okay, so here I have mentioned VB value as a 300 kilonewton and VA value as a 100 kilonewton, which we have calculated in the first lecture. And also I have mentioned horizontal thrust value as a 200 kilonewton, right? So how moment will calculate? So see, VB is going like anti-clockwise along this point. Okay, so if it is going clockwise, anti-clockwise, so it is a positive, because from this point, okay, from this point to this point, if I'm moving, so anti-clockwise is a positive, clockwise is a negative, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write here as a here 300x. Now see, horizontal thrust, okay, and perpendicular to what? Perpendicular to this y, right? So y is a vertical clearance. So h into horizontal thrust multiplied by this y. So it is minus 200 y. Why? Why? Because horizontal thrust is moving like a clockwise direction. Okay. Now the point load. Now you can see the point load. So point load also, when it convert into the point load, so point load also moving like a clockwise direction. So it will be also act as a minus 40. But in this scenario, what will happen is you are not aware what is the distance in the numerical figure. So distance is mentioned as a x. So 40 into x minus 40 into x into x by 2. Right? Why x by 2? Because this point load of 40 kilo UDL we are going to convert in a point load. Right? So this is equation what we have prepared. Now we are very well aware that in the last lecture we have calculated the parabolic arch equation, which is the equation of y, right? And also in this video, okay, we are going to do rest of the calculation. So we need to put the y value over here. So you can see we have calculated the y function, which is y equals to 20x minus x square divided by 20, right? So here we are gonna put that figure, okay, right over here. Okay, now after that, minus 40x into x by 2. So now once you put this figure, just multiply this 200 to the whole term. So it will be act as a 200x plus 10x square. When you multiply this 200 with this term, you will get this term 200x plus 10x square minus 20x. How minus 20x? This calculations brings you 20x square. Correct? Now after that, you will get the calculation. So 300x minus 200x 100x and 10x square minus 20x square minus 10x square. So you got one movement equation over here. Now you need to differentiate this movement equation with respect to x. So when you are differentiating this, what will happen? The moment of x will remain 1 and the x square moment will be 20x. Okay, so in this case what happen is, I'll just give you, so this moment equation become 100 minus x to the power 2, so it will be 10 into 2 only remain x, right? So it is act as 100 minus 20x. So this is equation which you got over here. True? Now, so after this, now we are just considering that this m, the moment to be maximum. Okay, so we are considering this equation which is we are differentiating is equals to 0 for the equation of equilibrium. Okay, so in that case, if we are considering dm by dx equals to 0, so our equation become, this equation become, okay, this m we have put as a 0, so it is 0 equals to 100 minus 20x. Okay, so now what happen is 0 equals to 100 minus 20x. So 100 divided by 20. So what will happen is we are bringing the 100 on this side, so it becomes minus 100 and minus 20x. So minus minus cancel. So x equals to 100. 20 is in a multiplication, it will come in a division portion. So it is 0 0 cancel. 2 ones are 2, 2 fives are 10. So x equals to 5 you got over here. Okay, so I'm gonna just remove all these things, okay, to make my notes proper, right? So let me tell you once again, if you want the notes, you just visit www.civilnotes.com, okay, and you can read this numerical, okay, over there, okay, this website, right? So now you can see x equals to 5. We got a value of x is equals to 5. Now let's put this value, okay, in this equation. Okay, so what will happen is m equals to, we have this equation, right? M equals to 100x, okay, minus 10x square. So m equals to 100. What is the value of x? Is it 5? So just put 5 over here, minus 10 into 5 square means x square, right? So you will get a maximum movement as a 250 kilonewton into meter. Okay, remember that movement always calculate in the kilonewton into meter. So you got a maximum bending moment as a kilonewton into meter. Now moving further, guys, we need to also calculate the negative bending moment. So to calculate the negative bending moment, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this section, this XX section in this area. So where the load is not there, right? So in the similar way, the rotations will work, okay, and we need to calculate the moment equation. So again, VA value is equals to, we need to mention over here, V equals to 100 and H equals to 200. So V equals to 100 kilonewton and H equals to 200 kilonewton, right? So what will happen is, now here clockwise rotation is a positive. So that's why I have mentioned 100x, and H is moving like anti-clockwise direction. So that's why it is mentioned minus of 200 and vertical distance is y. So here horizontal distance I consider as a x. Okay, so 100 into x minus 200 into y. Okay, so that's the reason I have kept the equation over here. Now we all know that the equation of y we already is available with us. Let's put this equation over here. So I have just put this equation here, and you need to multiply this 200 with this bracket. Okay, when you multiply this, you get an equation 100x minus 200 into x plus 10x square. Okay, got it? Now, after this, when you got this equation, what you need to do is just recalculate. So 100x minus 200x become minus 100x plus 10x square. Now again we are going to differentiate this above equation with respect to x. So it become minus 100 plus 20x. Okay. Now after that, let's put dm by dx equals to 0. So I'm putting dm by dx equals to 0. Okay. So what will happen is we are getting the value of x equals to 5 meter. Okay. Now when we get the value of x equals to 5, let's put into this equation. Okay. So we will get the value of movement is equals to minus 250 kilonewton into meter. We got it? Now once we are okay with this, now we need to do the diagram calculation. So what I'm going to do is, guys, I have drawn this beam, which is our main diagram is look like this. Okay. So we converted this diagram into these beam structures. Okay. Like this kind of structure. So what I'm going to do is I have in the bottom, okay, I'll just bring down that one. So I have just drawn this beam which is having the A point, B point, C point, the loading conditions and their length. Okay. So this is a bending moment diagram we need to calculate. So we know that at point C, okay, we have the bending moment. So that bending moment we need to calculate. Okay. So first of all, I'll just mention you how we are going to calculate that one. Right. So it's very simple and very easy because we have the value of VA, okay, the value of VA which we have, okay, that is 100 kilonewton, okay, and when we are multiplying that 100 kilonewton, you need to calculate the maximum bending moment at this point. So 100 kilonewton into distance, which is a 10 meter, if you multiply this one at the middle of this point, so you will get that value as a 1000. Okay. All right. Right. Now you need to calculate the bending moment at the crown. Okay. That is also calculate as a 1000 kilonewton. So when you multiply, when you just mix this both diagram, you will get the value of the 1000 over here. Okay. So this is a way you can solve this numerical in very easy way. Okay. If you want to discuss any more, if you want to put down any comment, guys, okay, don't forget to subscribe this channel and like this video. Okay, share with your all friends. Okay, that's so I can able to prepare lots of video for all of you, and this video will definitely help me to get into this, right? Otherwise, okay, you can also do one more thing. Just visit my website, okay, and do this calculation, so you will get this calculation very easily. Okay, have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.